Radio, Uganda's #1 radio station. So this is an exclusive interview with Stacie Nayebare, who happens to be the current Miss Comboni. Yeah, so she's going to tell us more about life at Bishop Comboni College. She's going to tell us her journey as the Miss. She's going to tell us about the transition after the death of Brother Kato. What are the new developments at Bishop Comboni College, Kambuga? What is currently going on? I'm told there are several changes moving on, and others are actually in pipeline. So thank you for loving High Five Radio. So we're going to be using two languages, Runyankole and Ruchiga. Stace, I hope you know Runyankole. Runyankole, Ruchiga rather. So Stace, you're welcome to this program.
Thank you.
So who is Stace? Our listeners would like to know who Stace actually is.
So thank you so much for honoring me to be present right now, to be in front of the viewers. I'm very greatly honored, and I thank the Almighty for that, and thanks for choosing me. So all about Stacie, I'm called Nayebare Stacie. I'm in senior 5 currently. No, I was in senior 5, but I've been promoted to senior 6 with very good points. I'm happy for that. And I do BCM stroke ICT. And then I happen to be the current Miss Comboni at our school, Bishop Comboni College, Kambuga, in Kanungu district. And just so you know, as far as I know, there has always been Miss Combonis, and all those people have been taking art subjects. And I can assure you that I am the first one. As far as I know, I am the first one with the science subject, and I'm sure I broke that record, and I'm so happy for that. And I promise I will be through with everything. So that's all about Stacie.
Yeah, so thank you for letting our listeners know about who Stacie actually is. And I'm really impressed because you are a hard-working lady. I am speaking from experience because I rarely host programs on High Five Radio. So today people are wondering how come Sharif is the one hosting. I am hosting this show because I know Stace, and I'm one of the OBs from Bishop Comboni College, Kambuga. So that's why I have decided to host this program myself. And we're going to be talking about personal life, maybe your ambitions. Then we shall also talk about life at Bishop Comboni College, Kambuga. So in case you'd like to participate in this conversation, to you, our listeners, those who are tuned in to High Five Radio, you can simply send us a text on WhatsApp, 0788 098 004. Simply send us a text, and we shall be able to read your views or questions live on air. For those who are going to watch us on YouTube after this program, the interview will be posted on YouTube, on social media. Yeah, that is Stace, and she is the current Miss Bishop Comboni College, Kambuga. So Stace, last year, I understand there was a Miss by the names Oyela Edith. I think she broke the record of being the first Miss Comboni from all level. Ever since I was at Comboni, I joined Comboni 2010 for my senior 1. I had never seen a Miss coming from all level. So all of a sudden, Oyera becomes the Miss Comboni. So I thought it was going to remain a trend like that. So for example, I knew that maybe someone else from all level could pull up the show again and end up being chosen as Miss Comboni. So how come it was not the case? Were you unopposed? Were you just appointed? Was it through elections? Maybe you can let us know, and you may not like to ask. Manga, lots of people from Comboni are listening, so maybe you can let our listeners know how you got to become Miss Comboni. Was it through competency? Was it through academic excellence? I understand there are so many things they base on, but how come Stacie is the current Miss Comboni?
Thank you so much, our host. So, as you said, Oyera Edith was the last Miss Comboni before me, and she was from O level, which had never happened in the history of Comboni College, Kambuga. So, all I can say about that, before our late head teacher died, there were some changes that happened. Before, in these elections of Miss and Mr. Comboni, they used to be judges. People used to judge. You come on stage, you show us what you have. There are several outfits you have to show. Maybe they ask you some questions, and then the judges will have to choose the one that has won. But with the case of Oyera, even some other 1 year before, when there was this miss called Miss Uwera Meran.
Yeah, Meran, I know her.
So those people, they came to lead because the change of voting had come in. Before they were judging, but now they had said, at least let us see what the students want themselves. So they had to vote. And on voting, O level is it has a bigger number than A level.
Yes.
And these O level students mostly have a thinking that when an A level student is leading, they will be higher than them. They will tell them to do what they don't want. Okay, they will not favor them because they are younger ones, Sometimes these A-level students tend to bully their younger ones. So that's what they always think. So as O-level having a big number of students, they tend to favor their O-levelers. So that is why Oyera came in as the Miss Comboni, because they were voting and many of her friends had to support her from O-level. And then for my case, actually, there were some O-level girls, about 2, who wanted to contest, but because of the changes, of course, for the new head teacher, he had to say, it's not fair. Okay, he was also there in Comboni for the previous years, and he used to see how they take the school. So he was like, why are there changes? People have to vote, what? They used to elect through judges. Why did they bring it to voting now? So as he is in power now, he said, I am going to bring back judging. And one more thing, these people, it is a very respected post. So it has to come from a higher level at least. So that is why he was like, those O-levelers that had decided to go up and contest, they were turned down. So there had to be A-levelers. And then, I think it was to my luck, there was some other girl who wanted to contest. She was actually senior 5 with me. But then, Brother Hammond is in charge of this particular thing. So he was like, the girl had just come in 3rd term. So brother was like, if you didn't finish the last 2 terms from here, and if you have not been making 10 points and above, you are not going to contest. Of course, I've been making 10 points and above. Of course, I've been there from senior 1 up to now. So I guess it was favoring me. So that is why I came back. But I'm sure, even if that girl had come up and contested, I would still win.
Why would you win?
Because I know I'm confident. Though at times I appear shy and nervous, that comes in. But I know I'm confident. And of course, it was judging. I had all the potentials to present to the judges to show them that I can win. So that is why I am the current Miss Comboni.
So I think I know that girl. It's been a year now since I left Comboni. I've been a bit busy, so I haven't been going to Bishop Comboni College. But I know who that girl could be. And I'm lucky that you actually became that Miss Comboni. If I were to choose, including Shadi, if I was to make an opinion, I would also choose you to be Miss Comboni. So I'm happy with whatever came out of that contest. So you being Miss Comboni, I understand you're one of the blind people at Bishop Comboni College. How are you balancing being Miss Comboni and academics? Or does the role of being Miss Comboni come with so many tasks? How do you balance being Miss Comboni and the other things? Or it is just about being a title?
Thank you so much. About that, you know, of course, every post or every kind of leadership will come with a lot of strings attached. So you would have to, at some point, step back on what you've been doing, or maybe go back down a little bit. But all I can tell you is that if you are really focused and you know what you want, something might not get you back really fast. So like, I know very well that this post is a bit respected and high. So everyone will be looking at you, I want to be like her, I want to be like her, because you're of course the model of the school, right? So of course they will need you to do everything. They want you to inspire students. Sometimes they would call you to come and speak to some students, but yet you have other things to do, like academics. Of course, you know, as for me, I know I have a heavy combination of study that I do. So I was not really into leadership, but something in me was telling me, just go for it. Go for it. Yeah. So I went for it. As much as it's hard or it takes a lot of time, I know how to balance myself. So like, maybe I utilize my prep times, and like most usually during the time they might call you to do some stuff, you know, office stuff. Now when you become a leader in school, you'll be part of the administration. So at least some of the things they do, they would include you or make you get involved. So that time I have to waste during all that stuff, I would come and compensate for it, like after preps. You've been to Comboni, you know, there are extensions and stuff. So I have to extend after preps for about 2 or 3 hours, so I can bring back the other time I wasted during the day. So that is how I balance my studies and my post.
Well done. So our listeners out there would want to know, who is the current head teacher of Bishop Comboni College? Who is the current deputy head teacher of Bishop Comboni College? And maybe you could first answer some of those questions.
Okay. Thank you. So our current head teacher is called Brother Katushabe Innocent. And then his deputy is also a brother, but his name is Alex. I'm sorry, I've forgotten the other name, but it's called Alex, Brother Alex. They are really good to us, by the way, but just maybe because they're still getting used to the school and everything that is happening. Okay, they are new, but maybe Brother, the head teacher, he has been there as a teacher before. So now he's the head teacher, so he might know some things that were there before. I'll maybe try to change them, like what I've seen. We have really seen a lot of changes.
Yeah, maybe to cut you short, I know Brother Innocent Katushabe is a very amazing person. Yeah, because he taught me history. Was it West Africa? I think I was in senior 3 at Bishop Comboni College. So when I was at college, he was a teacher there, and he was teaching. I think it was West Africa, and there is some nickname we used to call him. I know you people don't know that name, and I'm not going to tell you.
And they shouldn't know.
And they shouldn't know.
Eventually.
Yeah, but he was an amazing person. And then from there, he was changed. He went to another school. Then we kept connected via social media, Facebook, WhatsApp. And all of a sudden, I'm happy that he is actually the current head teacher. So I really, really love that. And when he was at Comboni, he was loved by so many people. I had never had anyone having an issue with him. He was really amazing. He was friendly. And I think I've been making my own research. People are happy with him. at least some students have been asking some students, okay, how is school, how is whatever, and they are very much happy with what is going on, and I believe he'll build up from there, from where Brother Kato had stopped. May his soul rest in peace. So, what are some of the changes that the new administration have brought in? Because I understand they were in different schools, maybe these brothers' schools in Kampala, so they could have borrowed some ideas from there, and maybe they want to bring those ideas into the mighty college. So what are some of the changes that have so far happened at Bishop Comboni College since they took up leadership?
Thank you. So some of the changes, first of all, what I am very happy about, every student is now going to put on a tie.
Wow.
And more so, A-level students are going to be having blazers, like coats which don't look like what you're putting on downstairs. Yeah. And then A-level girls, of course, were going to grow hair, what has never been in Comboni, and what everyone used to say is not going to happen. We are mostly happy about that. And one more thing, Bishop Comboni used to be strict about academics. Like, we used to do 3 sets of exams during the term.
Beginning, mid,
and end. So the new head teacher was like, me, I don't love exams. So it was like, we are not going to be doing beginning of exams ever again. Well, most of the students are happy. Some are not happy. And particularly me, I don't know why I lie. Because these exams, they take about 1 to 2 weeks. And like A-level, we have a lot to cover. So that a lot the time used to be taken up by exams, and you find you're not finishing the syllabuses yet they will be asking you in UNEB questions. So partly I'm happy and partly I'm not happy, because in holiday, someone will be like, I'm going to be reading. Now what I read in holiday, will I be remembering it in mid-term exams? So that is partly why I'm not happy about that. But generally, it's going to be good, because all the conditions he's putting, he's adding in another condition that is going to give us the freedom we want. But as long as you promise, or as long as you make the right points or average he wants. Like for O-level, you're going to be making 60 average. Below that, you will be out of school. For A-level, it's going to be 10 points. Below that, you try elsewhere. So that is what is happening in our school right now.
But will students really adopt to that kind of change, especially the average one?
I'm sure they will adopt, because in these higher schools in Barara, Kampala, those schools, I am sure most of those schools have set averages. They give their students freedom, but then they be like, if you don't do this average, you will go out of school. One that will not adopt, of course, will have to be discarded from the school.
So now it's all about being self-driven?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, because even these morning preps, he has told the, BV, our teacher BV, he has been instructed not to come back to chase people for morning prep, what. Whoever wants to wake up, they will wake up. Whoever doesn't want, they will sleep. But make sure you make the average. That is what is there.
Wow, interesting. So, how will the teachers react to those changes? Because personally, I know some teachers those changes may not be easy on some of those teachers. Okay, I'm imagining maybe teacher X seeing students Y with some grown-up hair. So how will those teachers react when they see you with maybe hair, yet they were so much against having tall hair?
Well, about that, you might not know what someone thinks, but I'm sure the teachers will adopt too. Because it's not only us that have been put to the changes, also teachers. Because during the era of our late, may his soul rest in peace, he used to be like, okay, he never used to mind about teachers. So a teacher used to come in a casual t-shirt, in a Cora t-shirt, in a sweater, just like in anything he feels like. So this head teacher was like, you need to look professional.
Wow.
You are going to come in a shirt with a tie and a coat. You might not put a tie, but be smart as a teacher, as a professional person. And I'm sure many of them adopted. Much as they don't like it, some still come in their usual way. But they are going to really adopt, and I saw some adopting. Of course, they will have nothing to do about it because he's the head. What he says must be put in place.
So, someone may think that some of these changes may be favorable for, let me use this word, the planned kids or the planned children. Okay, because there is costs involved with maintaining the hair, and when it comes to the new changes, uniform, isn't the cost going to be high? And will it favor someone who comes from a very humble background?
Thank you. For the continuing students, like for us who have gone to senior 6 and the people who are going to senior 4, senior 3, like he said, because we have been here and we already have the stuff that we used to have, if you know you can manage, please go with the new changes. Okay, like for us, you can buy that blazer or you leave it. It will not be by force. But then to the incoming students like senior 5s and senior 1s, for them it will be a must. What I'm not sure of is that if they will adopt or not, because as far as I know, most of the students who go to Comboni, they are on sponsorship. Like for me, I'm on sponsorship by DCP. Yeah. So those, I'm sure they will manage. But then the rest who are not on sponsorship, most of them, like you said, are planned kids. I've seen them. Most of them are planned kids. So they will manage. So that is why I say the new head teacher is cool.
Well, I'm happy that I'm getting such feedback, because people thought maybe after the days of Brother Kato, the school was going to collapse, blah, blah. But I'm happy that there are some developments going on. I'm happy that the students themselves are in love with the changes going on. So that is very impressive. I think next time I will probably visit my school, Bishop Comboni College,
Easter Tuja
Kambuga. Yeah. So do you have some of the records you've made as Stacie? Maybe it could be academics or it could be whatever. Maybe you say, this time I was the first, or maybe at senior 4 I got this number of points and I was the first in our class. So from the day you joined at Bishop Comboni College, could you be having some of the personal achievements, maybe academic or social achievements? Or?
Thank you. So personally, I don't do social. Yeah. I mostly focus on academics, though I'm trying to step back.
Why are you stepping back?
Because you know, in life, you need to focus on all things. You need to do social, you need to do academic, you need to do economy, you know? Yeah. So I'm trying to look both ways. So previously, I didn't used to do social. I'm my own woman. Yeah. So I don't really have any projects in school that I am involved in. I only do academics, and because of that, I happen to be the first girl. Okay. The first in girls at senior 4. So I was leading the girls. Though I wasn't the first in class, but I was leading the girls with my 17 aggregates.
Wow.
Yeah. And when I got to A level, I continued with my spirit somehow. And I used to pray to God. In my first papers, I at least want to be above 10. But God was like, no, you can do more. So I came out with 18 points. That was the same case with second term. But then third term, I made 17, but I was the first in the whole class plus the arts class. Okay, like the whole senior 5, I was the first. Then I was promoted to senior 6. And I'm hoping to keep that spirit.
So should we anticipate about 19, 18, 20 points at UNEP?
From 17 up to 20.
No, yeah. Stacie, I know you. I think you can even make 20. You have the potential to make even 20 points.
Thank you.
Yeah, I believe you will manage. So, next question. So it's about what initiatives or programs are in place at Bishop Comboni College to foster leadership development among students.
Thank you. So what is okay, you know our school motto and vision. I didn't capture those well, but I know something. One of those had something like we are trying to train leaders, you know. So that is mostly maybe the vision of our school. So the main thing about that, we are not training people to look for jobs or what. They train people to know how to work for themselves, how to get a better life. So everyone is taught or trained to be a leader in future, or to have that confidence that they can lead a certain congregation or a certain people. Yeah, so that is all about our school. We are training leaders. So when you see a Bishop Comboni College student, just know you're looking at a leader.
Do you still have debate programs at Comboni?
Yeah.
Do you participate in debates? Do you visit other schools for debate competitions? Because I think recently there is a competition that students of Comboni were participating in. Debate. Actually, I was invited there to cover that event on radio. They came to Kampala. Rina was among those people. So that is the kind of initiatives I want. I want to know that, okay, we still have debates at Comboni, we still have this and that, so that students can learn.
Yeah, so about that, we still have debate, and some other clubs are coming in, because the new teacher was like, I want everyone at least to be part of 2 or more clubs. But particularly me, I'm not in any.
Clubs at Bishop Comboni College, there is that kind of trend whereby, I don't know, maybe it is students against them, but there is rarely activeness in those clubs. So for example, if I asked you to mention 2 active clubs at Bishop Comboni College, maybe you could mention the Scouts, whereby you are sure that every day there is a parade and they have to lead that parade. Yeah, but I would encourage students to participate in clubs. Through clubs, you associate with other people, and you get opportunities through clubs. I'm happy. During the short time I was at Comboni, I was a leader, a patron of a certain club, which is a computer club, coding club, and I'm happy that some of the people that we are part of that club have gotten opportunities beyond school. For example, Rina, who was the president of that club, coding club, now works with High Five, and she's in her senior 4 vacation. So for those who are tuned in for the first time, Rina hosts the Young Voice show on High Five Radio every Sunday at 2 p.m. So always listening to her. She's a young girl, but I think she's doing amazing things. Yeah, there is another student who was at Comboni, and he finished senior 4 at Bishop Comboni College. Then he got some challenges, but because I knew him from that coding club, so I had to support him. So he's now in Kampala studying some things and under my support. So if those people were not part of that club, or if they were not active in the club, perhaps I couldn't be knowing Rina. I couldn't be knowing Shafiq or some other. Yeah. So those are the kind of opportunities that you get when you participate in clubs. Now we need to look at the welfare. You look so, I don't know how I should describe you. Is it because of Bishop Comboni College or is it because of home? I understand you've been home for 2 months now. So it seems you people at Bishop Comboni College are feeding well. Is that the case? Do you still have container? I left when there was a container. Yes. I don't know whether it is now empty.
It's still there, and I'm sure. Though I've not been there to check, but I'm sure I will go and check because I enjoy that meal very well, and I'm sure it is. Okay, they used to like to ask that it is a brain booster or something, but
so
I know.
What is it now?
What I know, it is kind of like a size booster, you know. Yeah, because when you feed on that meal for about 1 week, trust me, you grow cheeks. You will grow everything. Everything on your body will be bigger than before.
I am seeing Stacie, I'm seeing Rina, I'm seeing people. So I'm happy about everything. Now, how about the generator? I left when Comboni had an issue with the generator, but I'm told before Brother Kato died, he had secured the generator. Is it working? I am saying what I've been reading on media from people associated to Bishop Comboni College and from actually the board. So is the new generator working?
Well, before the late died, the generator was very good. Maybe because it was still new. But I don't know if maybe they gave him a duplicate or something. But the thing is starting to have changes or to betray us. Some said maybe the late is going with whatever he had brought in place. But the thing is not. Yeah, I don't trust that generator because it's going to be the same as before, as long as they don't work about something, because it might not even finish this year that we have already started. Yes, surely the way I see it, it's not that good.
And I'm told it is one of the most expensive generators.
Yeah, according to what I heard, because they had to even increase our fee.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So right now, without 1 million, I cannot take a student at Combo?
Yeah, I'm sure I cannot.
Do you know I joined Bishop Comboni College when the fees was around 230? 2010. If I could show you my receipt, first term the fees is always a bit high, but second term I think I paid around 300,000.
Why?
I'll bring you the receipts. I joined Bishop Comboni College 2010, and second term I paid around 300,000.
I joined Comboni in 2008, and I was paying. The first term was 490 something. It was 500. Second term was 200 something.
200.
200 something, 200 or 300. There's no big reduction on your money. Yes, there's no big reduction. That was
so my whole point is that the fees was very low, like when we were at Comboni. But then we have to take into consideration that it is many years now. By the way, when I look at when I was in school, I feel like I've grown up really.
And now when you talk about yourself, what about
now how about you, Agri? Because I joined Comboni 2010. We are now in 2024. Can you imagine how many years are those?
We are coming to 6-7 years. No, you joined
the day
you left.
The day I joined Bishop Comboni College for senior 1, 2010.
14 years.
Can you imagine? So when you add up,
where were you?
2010. You were in nursery.
2010 I was in Form 4.
Can you imagine? We have grown up.
We've grown.
I think this year you should marry.
Yes.
So it's not about me, and you agree.
No, 2010 I was in Form 3, sorry. Yeah, Form 3. Then 2011, Form 4. Yes, 2013, that is HSC. Yeah, that's how it is.
So Bishop Comboni College, we study for life. Profita Dismas. Is it Dismas or Dichimus? So we are now looking at academic performance. There is a school of thought that may